Welcome, football fans, to this matchup in the Axis Football League. I'm Dave Stevens, and analyst Mike Steele is in the booth with me, as always.
Thank you, Dave. The matchups between these two teams has created some interesting headlines. I'm looking forward to seeing how they play out on the field.
Mike, I wonder if the crowd here isn't thinking the exact thing. Well, let's play some football. Fielded at the 12, makes the return up to the 30-yard line. The pitch is taken by number 38. Eventually dragged down by number 49. Good enough for a first down.
The whole team had to fight for those yards to get the first down on that run.
He drops back to pass. CROCS on the play action. And he's taken down up at the 37, second down. The home team lines up with two tight ends. Throws. He can't bring it in. Let's see what the call is on third down. CROCS dropping back. And he can't reel it in. The punter punts it away. And the punt sails into the end zone. Touchback. First down. Steps into the pocket. Grabbed out of the air by number 4. That gets us to second down. Second down for the away team. Number 28 takes the handoff. Tackled quickly. That brings up third down. And he won't make it very far before being dragged down. That will move the chains.
It's runs like that, Dave, that helps set the tone for this game. Nothing fancy, just our guys beat your guys.
Fakes the handoff and looks to pass. Grabbed out of the air by number 85. First down.
Giving up those yards so quickly. Even the mascot looks frustrated with the defensive.
First and 10. Hands it to number 28. That will bring up second down. And he's tackled up near the line. That brings up a crucial third down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it's a good strategy to play the field position game. Get yards when you can and hope for a good stop on defense so you can give it another go closer to the end zone.
It's up. Oh, and he's not going to have enough leg. The home team will start from the 31. CROCS makes the pitch. Lining up on second down. Pitches it out to number 38. Third down. He hands it to number 38. And that's enough for a first down.
This line today, regardless of who is in the backfield, they're making it a point to create those running lanes.
Tucker takes the handoff, and he's tackled up near the line. Up near the 50, that brings up second down. Stopped before he could break loose. That brings up third down. CROCS dropping back. Incomplete. He punts it away. The punt will sail into the end zone. Touchback. Setting up shop from the 20-yard line. Steps into the pocket. Pass complete to number 85. That gets us to second down. The running back takes the handoff.
Another first down, Dave. I tell you, this sets up the play action so well.
First down. Hurls a pass way down the right side of the field. And they can't connect. Incomplete. Hands it to number 28. Third down. That signals the end of the first quarter. Still 0-0. A crucial third down for the offense. Number 15 dropping back. The tackle is made. That'll give them a fresh set of downs. First down. He makes the throw. Tackle made by number nothing. Second down. Second down. He decides to keep it himself. Brought down almost immediately. Back near the 48. That will bring up third down. A crucial third down for the offense. The running back takes the ball. Lining up to punt. The punt's away. Taken at the 16. Tackled quickly, back near the 11-yard line. Tight end right for the home team. Go! Incomplete pass. Third play of the drive for the home team. CROCS dropping back, throws, and it's off.
Even though that pass was incomplete, those are the types of throws that stretch a defense. The D was up to the challenge that time.
The punt's away. Number 23 takes the kick. Tosses a pass. Intercepted by number 36. Tackle made.
I bet the quarterback wishes he could have that one back. The defense has a chance to come up big. If they can force a punt after that turnover, it'll give the entire team a boost of confidence.
Number 38 takes the ball. He fumbles the ball. He steps in for 6.
It's funny, we've seen this guy get gassed before, but with pay dirt in front of him, he didn't have any issues here.
Number 7 kicks it up. It's good. The home team goes out in front today. 7-0.
What more can you ask for, Dave? You talk about this all week, going out and drawing first blood. Put that TD on the board.
Number 7 sends it off. Hart takes the kick. And he's brought down after a return of 9.
If the offense can drive down the field and get some points here, I'd expect to see a big momentum shift in the game.
Number 28 takes the carry. Second down and short. He tosses one. Taken down. And that's enough for a first down. That'll give them a fresh set of downs.
That play really caught the defense off guard. I'm not sure what they were expecting there on first down, but it wasn't that.
Lining up on second down.
Go!
Number 15 steps back into the pocket. Picked off. He's brought down by Well.
Dave, he's been staring down that receiver all day, and the secondary is just keying on it. He wanted a big play, but he gave one up instead. The offense comes into this drive with a one-possession lead. I'm looking for them to try and take a chunk of time off the clock and grab another score.
He hands it off. Second down.
Hike.
Pitches it out to number 38. That will bring up first down.
He continues to move the chains and keep this drive alive.
First and 10.
Hike.
Throws the ball. And he stopped. First down. First down.
Tonight.
CROCS steps back into the pocket. Incomplete pass. Coming out in a two-receiver set. CROCS back to pass. And it's off.
Sometimes you have to have that gunslinger mentality and take a shot to keep the defense on their toes. It didn't work out that time, but it will still let the D know that this QB isn't afraid to test them deep.
The punt's away. And the punt goes into the end zone for a touchback.
The away team has to feel good about where they are. They're down by a single score and are in control of what happens next.
Number 15 steps back into the pocket. The receiver can't bring it in. Throws the ball over to the left side. Incomplete. Number 28 takes the carry. The home team will use their first time out here. That'll bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it's a good strategy to play the field position game. Get yards when you can and hope for a good stop on defense so you can give it another go closer to the end zone.
Hunter takes the punt. And he's brought down after a return of 8.
The home team has the chance to make this a two-score game with this possession.
Steps into the pocket. He makes the throw. The receiver can't bring it in. Coming out in the gun. Drops back into the pocket. And he misses his mark. A single back set for the home team. The pitch is taken by number 38. The away team uses their first timeout. Fourth down.
Sometimes it's a good strategy to play the field position game. Get yards when you can and hope for a good stop on defense so you can give it another go closer to the end zone.
He punts it away. And the punt sails into the end zone. Touchback.
The offense has a great opportunity to get back out in front of this ball game on this drive.
The away team will begin the drive from the 20. Drops back into the pocket. The pass falls harmlessly to the ground. Second play of the drive. Number 15, looking to pass, incomplete pass. Pitching it off to number 28, and he won't make it very far before being dragged down by Perry. The home team will use one of their timeouts here. That'll bring up fourth down.
The offense was expecting heavy pass coverage over the top and wisely ran the ball to pick up a few yards.
Hunter catches the punt, shakes off the defender, makes the return up to the 16.
The home team has a one-possession lead going into the drive. Let's see what they can do with it.
The home team looking to get things going from the 15. Quarterback to pass. He snags it out of the air for the touchdown.
Simple X's and O's. And in this case, the offense just found a weakness in the D and got rewarded with 6 points.
There's the kick. It's good. The home team widens the gap a bit with that score. 14-0.
You see the defense almost motion to clear some room on the bench. These guys are getting winded.
Number 7 kicks it off. The kick is caught at the 10. Tackled after a return of 15.
It needs to be go time for the offense. They need to stop messing around. Tighten up your chin strap and get ready to drive the ball down the field.
Stop. The away team will use their second timeout here. That'll be enough for the first down.
Those quick first downs like that really help the offense get into a rhythm.
Dropping back, throws the ball over to the left side. The ball falls to the ground, incomplete. Lining up on second down. Drops back into the pocket. Incomplete. Makes the toss to number 28. Stopped before he could break loose by number 55. The away team will kick this one away. He punts it away. The punt lands out of bounds at the 15.
The offense needs to just play it safe here and focus on keeping the ball in their possession as long as possible.
Sets his feet and throws to the right side, deep downfield. That'll be enough for the first down. That signals the end of the second quarter. The home team out in front, 14-0. The home team is getting set for the kickoff. The kicker boots it. Hart takes the kickoff. The runner breaks out on the tackle. Let's take it down to Emma Adams on the sidelines. Emma, what have you heard?
Guys, I had a chance to discuss the first half with the coach for the home team. He said that he was proud of the way his guys were battling, even though they were down by several points. He also said they'll need to continue playing with this much heart if they expect to get back into the game. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Emma.
As good as advertised, Dave. We expected to see some great offense today, and it's coming around.
Let's see what they do on first down. Dropping back. Snag out of the air by number 8. Second down. The away team with 2 receivers. The away team will fake the handoff and look to pass. And he misses his mark. The away team lining up with 3 receivers. The offense will fake the handoff and look to pass. And he misses his mark. The away team is set to kick this one away. On the punt. This punt will sail out of bounds.
The home team has built up a nice lead and should focus on extending this drive as long as possible to eat up that clock.
He sets up and throws past the first down marker. That will move the chains.
As good as advertised, Dave. We expected to see some great offense today, and it's coming around.
Handing it off to number 38. With the handoff. That will bring up third down. Tight end right for the home team. He breaks free. Brought down almost immediately. Back at the 30-yard line. Fourth down. The home team comes out in punt formation. The punter punts it away. The return man takes the punt, and he's brought down after a return of 3.
So much of football is mental. The offense needs to get a score in this drive to build some confidence if they want any shot of coming back in this game.
Steps into the pocket. Throws one past the first down. He's brought down up near the 36. That gets us to second down. Second and short. Go! Third down. The away team lining up with 4 receivers. The QB makes the handoff. 4th down. On the punt. Hunter takes the kick. Tackled after a return of 21.
The defense has their backs to the wall here. Look for some aggressive blitz packages and tight coverage.
The home team begins the drive from the 47-yard line. He drops back to pass. And he goes down. Sacked back at the 35-yard line. 2nd down. The home team lines up with 2 backs in the backfield.
Hike.
He throws one past the 1st down. The runner steps out of bounds up near the 49-yard line. 3rd down. Steps back into the pocket. Incomplete.
You can't blame the quarterback for taking a shot there. They weren't in a great situation on 3rd down and needed to chuck it downfield to try and pick up the first.
The punt's away. And the punt sails into the end zone. Touchback.
The away team needs to execute on this drive if they want to start eating away at that lead they've let the other team build up on them.
The quarterback dropping back. The QB on the play action. Makes the catch.
Huge play here, Dave. Nearly broke it wide open. They've got the makings of a fantastic drive here.
Hands it to number 28. He's taken down by number 79. 2nd down. The QB from the gun. The pitch is taken by number 28. The handoff is taken by number 28. 4th down. The punter on the punt. And the punt sails out of bounds at the 1.
The home team needs to play it smart here. They're in control of this game and need to focus on not making mistakes.
He drops back, cross, fakes the handoff and looks to pass. And they can't connect. Incomplete. Second down. Steps into the pocket. Throws it across the 1st down line. He can't bring it in. Third play of the drive for the home team. He sets up and throws. He can't make the catch.
This is exactly why 3rd and long is so hard to convert. It takes time for the receivers to get to the 1st down marker, and by then, the QB is under pressure and forced to make a difficult throw.
Number 41 punts it away. Number 23 takes the punt. Makes the return up to the 31.
The offense needs to get to work here. They've got an uphill road ahead of them to retake the lead and would do well to get things rolling now.
Drops back into the pocket. Makes the throw high down the sideline. And he can't reel it in. Lining up on second down.
Go!
He takes the ball. Third down and short. The third quarter comes to an end. The home team out in front for now, 14-0. Third and short. Number 15 makes the handoff.
When you can pick up the first by running, it really opens up your playbook for the next set of downs.
Hands it to number 28. That will bring up second down. Pitching it off to number 28. That will bring up third down. Four wide receivers for the offense.
Go!
Hands it to number 28. Fourth down. The kick is made. And he split the uprights for 3 points. That's good from 40 yards out. The away team closes the gap a bit. 14-3.
The home team needs to get a quick score here to shut this comeback down.
Number 14 kicks this one away. Hunter catches the kickoff. And he's brought down after a return of 16.
The defense has their backs to the wall here. Look for some aggressive blitz packages and tight coverage.
Tosses one to the back. That gets us to second down. Makes the toss to number 38. And he won't make it very far before being dragged down at the 31-yard line. Third down. That'll bring up fourth down. Lining up to punt.
Go!
Number 41 punts it away. Number 23 takes the kick.
The offense needs to get to work here. They've got an uphill road ahead of them to retake the lead and would do well to get things rolling now.
The handoff is taken by number 28. That brings up second down. Lining up on second down. The running back takes the carry. And he's tackled up near the line. There is a flag on the play. The home team takes the penalty.
So many penalties are just mental mistakes.
The away team lines up with one back in the backfield. Go! The QB looking to pass, and they can't connect. Incomplete.
When it's third and long, sometimes you've got to throw it downfield, even when you know that's exactly what the defense is expecting. It just didn't work out for them at that time.
He drops back, throws, and he can't reel it in. The away team comes up short on fourth down.
The offense will be looking to turn that turnover into points on this drive.
Gronk looking to pass. Hurls a pass over to the left side of the end zone. The receiver can't bring it in. Second down. Gronk steps back into the pocket. Pass complete to number 6. That brings up third down. The home team with 3 receivers. Go! Steps into the pocket, tosses the ball out past the first down marker. He steps out of bounds up at the 10-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down. Fourth play of the drive. Gronk back to pass. Scott makes the sack. The offense will lose about 10. That will bring up second down. Gronk dropping back. The tackle is made. That gets us to third down. Sixth play of the drive. Gronk dropping back. He flings a pass. He snags it out of the air for the touchdown.
Put 6 on the board for them. The defense seemed ready for it, but the offense just wouldn't be denied.
The kicker kicks it up. And it's good. The home team widens their lead. 21-3.
That score, as important as it is now, creates a 2-possession lead for the offense.
Number 7 kicks it. Hart takes the kickoff. And he's brought down after a return of 6.
The away team has a great opportunity here to build some momentum and eat away at that lead they're facing.
There is a flag on the play. The home team accepts the penalty.
Sometimes the offense gets a little wrapped up with the man in front of them and they lose focus.
First and 10. Number 15, back to pass. The pass is intercepted. Stop.
As the quarterback walks off, you can see the defensive players trying to pick him back up. But that one's going to affect his morale going forward. The offense will be looking to turn that turnover into points on this drive.
Dodges the defender. That gets us to second down. Second down and long. Pitches the ball out to the runner. The away team takes a timeout here. Go! He hands it to the runner. The away team will call timeout. That brings up fourth down.
The coach showed some wisdom and football knowledge on that call. Take what the defense gives you and live to fight another day.
Go! The punt's away. The kick sails out of bounds, close to the 28.
The offense has dug themselves into quite a hole here. They've got a chance to regain some of that on this drive.
Well, it looks like we've got an injured player on the field. Quarterback to pass. And he can't reel it in. Coming out in the gun. He tosses one. And they can't connect. Incomplete. Third down. Throws one past the first down. Incomplete pass. They've lined up to go for it here on fourth down. The quarterback looking to pass, and he misses his mark.
After a failed attempt like that, you tend to second-guess yourself as a coach. Should we have kicked there? That decision may haunt them for a while.
Go! Hands it to number 38. The away team uses their last timeout. That will bring up second down. Second down. CROCS with the handoff. That will bring up third down. Let's see what the call is on third down. And he won't make it very far before being dragged down. Back near the 26, fourth down.
The coach showed some wisdom and football knowledge on that call. Take what the defense gives you and live to fight another day.
There's the kick. And he split the uprights for 3 points. That's good from 43 yards out. The home team adds another score, 24-3.
The away team needs to get their act together, or this game might slip out of their reach.
We've got an injured player down on the field. Hart takes the kickoff. And he's brought down after a return of 5.
Overall today, they've been outperformed on offense. It's time for them to buckle down and get things moving if they want any chance of turning things around.
Dropping back, he flings a pass. first down. Okay, Mike, well, we've waited all game. Let's hear who the stud of the game is.
CROCS, for the home team, made the whole team better today and earned my stud award. Overall, a great performance.